Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void. Today, from DreamHack Last Chance, it's going to be Serral versus TY here on Deathaura. Man, it's a great map for macro games. Bottom right-hand corner, it is the red Terran player, it is TY. And in the top left, it is the blue Zerg player, Serral. Now, I think according to a Ligulac, Serral is the #1 ranked player in the entire world for StarCraft 2, but according to the standards for the Katowice 2020 World Championship, that will be held in Katowice, Poland in 2021, which I know is a weird thing. Let's see the point totals here real quick. Come on. I have to scroll so far down. Katowice 2021? Whatever. I think what I'm trying to get to here is I think TY might be ranked ahead of him, according to total points here. TY's had a great year. Winning a GSL, I mean, that alone is enough to make you awesome. But check this action out. Oh, is Serral going for sneaky stuff? Serral is going for a pool first play, which TY, we'll see if he's ready for this. What he needs to do, we've seen it 1,000 times. He needs to make a Reaper, go scout across, and see the timing on this hatchery. Recognize it was a pool first, and then keep his Reaper at home. That's it. It's a 3-step process. He's skipping Reaper, going right into Reactor. Man, Bjorn started doing this earlier in this, well, I guess last year, in 2020, and a lot of fellow Terrans have kind of just followed suit. Oh, this is bad. This is bad for TY. There's going to be Lings showing up. There's going to be speed on these Lings. He's just going to have Marines to defend with. Oh, boy. This is going to be interesting. I like this. I like this for Serral quite a bit. Serral recognizing that, you know, a lot of Korean Terrans are skipping that Reaper. So, hey, let's go pool first. If they want to play in the dark without the scouting information that the Reaper gives them, then let them do that. He's even taken the roundabout way because he is worried about a Reaper showing up here, but no such thing at all. This is crazy. So he's going to have to defend the construction of this second command center with Marines. With dos Marinos. I mean, why aren't we going? He's blind too. He's trying to time it, right? He's trying to time it so the Reaper is gone by the time the Lings come in. He's guessing there's a Reaper and there's not. Is he waiting? He's waiting for addition. This is more. This is more than traditional 4 Lings. This is 8. Is he waiting for speed to finish too? So he's not going to delay construction here. This might be a... Oh, here we go. This might be a waiting until the Hellions are gone maneuver, but he just caught wind that these Lings are down here. TY is so smart. Speed just finished, and these Marines are in trouble, man. Dead, dead. Ling going down, Marine down, Marine down. All right, so this is why you have Hellions, though. I say, I don't know about that. 5 Lings for 4 Marines, fair. Good trade for Serral, but nothing too damaging otherwise. Just got a good trade, that's it. Whittled down that Marine count, which kind of sucks for TY. He likes to have that Marine count just pretty heavy. Hot and heavy from the start. He has to restart that whole thing. Like, every one of the Marines is dead. I wonder if this, maybe, man, can you decide to just go for mech at this stage? You bet you probably could. You haven't made additional barracks yet. You haven't done anything yet, honestly. Why is the I guess the medevac's going out just for the Hellions to drop inside the main base. Because there's not an armory, so it's not going to be used to heal up Hellbats. There's a Raven here. He's tech labbing on the bear. Is he meching? No, we got to keep an eye on that production tab. Ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on it with me. Hellions, no, not allowed. Haha, they say. You know how you hate that Reapers can hop up? Never mind, we're not going to hop up. There's too many queens. Anti-air for this poor 1 medevac pilot is just not going to happen. Ling's poking across, seeing what's going on over here in Terranville. It is Stim. So, fair enough. It's Stim that's in production. Still no additional barracks, though. I'm really... a little interested in this. There's no additional barracks, and there's not a 3rd CC on the... Okay, never mind. There's a 3rd CC. Yeah, that's your choice, basically, is go for multiple factories or multiple barracks, or get a 3rd CC. And TY decides just to go for the 3rd CC. Now, Deathaura, I learned the other day, is made by the same map maker that created Lightshade and Nightshade and Everdream. And there's a couple more. Disco. Oh, what was the one? What was the disco map called from back in the day? Like early Legacy of the Void. Remember that one? Like it was a disco dance floor? That was a fun map. So the disco map, and then one more that I can never remember. Ah, it's a female map maker out of Finland, I believe. Do I want to look it up? I don't know if I want to look it up. Barracks. I'm going to miss something. These Hellions are poking, man. They're poking, but Serral is rebuffing them. Auto turret harass. Ends up getting 3 total kills. One of them being a drone. 16 Lings have died here today. But again, Serral doesn't care about Ling deaths at this stage, I don't think. Like, he's not going to lose a bunch of Lings for nothing. But, you know, if he gets an equitable trade with Lings against things like Hellions or Marines, he's okay with it. He doesn't want to lose drones, and he doesn't want to lose hatcheries either. Spire coming in here from Serral. He is one of those players in the world that I trust with Mutalisks against elite Terran players, and by golly, TY is elite. Almost got that Overlord. That was pretty good. So the Raven Harass combined with Hellion Harass down here, you might think this is a mech play, but no. Marine production has been resumed. We're working on combat shield. Stim's already done. Additional barracks coming up here inside the main base. So, TY looking just fine. Thanks for asking. Thank you for asking. Third base landing at about 6 minutes. It's not exactly fast for TY, but the harassment is good. Nevertheless. Alright, that's it. I'm looking up Deathaura. Maris. That's right. Maris is the map maker. Yep, Finnish Zerg main, actually. So Deathaura, Disco Bloodbath. That's what it was. Everdream, Lightshade, Nightshade, Romanticide, and Witcher's Gate. Like, that is quite a resume for a map maker to have. Like, I've used maps that players have played millions of games on. They don't get vetoed. They survive multiple seasons of ladder. Oh, these queens down. All right, TY. Picking up some damage there. You're at the 7-minute mark. This is when you got to really start. You're going to win the game. You got to hit Serral now. Dude, this auto turret DPS cancels the hatch. Okay, this is what we're talking about here. This is the kind of damage we need to see from a Terran player to take down Serral. It needs to be early-ish, and it needs to be complete. You need to force him to cancel a base or kill a base. You need to kill drones. He's killed 3 of them thus far. He's doing fantastic. So TY is doing some stuff that Terran fans are going to be pretty happy to see. 4th Command Center coming on in here. Serral's got his own 5th base, or 4th base rather, replanted. It would have been a 5th, but nope, it's a 4th now. At about the 1 o'clock position on the map. Mutas are out, and Serral is one of those players that can use Mutalisks like surgical instruments. So many Terrans kind of use them as brute force, blunt force objects to try to just pummel the Terran player over the head with Mutalisks. It doesn't work. They have too many answers for you to engage in a direct engagement. You need to be picking at the edges. You need to be able to fly away when there's a bunch of Marines coming for you. It's a dance. It's a delicate dance Mutalisks have to engage with. If you have enough, you can just crush. Yes. But very rarely do you have enough to, you just kind of A-move into the situation. Here's one, I suppose. Whereas the Terran army is on the other side of the map at the moment, which is not good. Tank, oh, he left the tank alive. There we go. Mutalisk had to engage with that. He's actually bringing the army home to deal with this. But see, turret being repaired, pull back. That's all you got to do. Maybe go after add-ons here. Maybe you can get rid of drilling claws. That'd be awesome. Reactor getting target fired by Serral, and does get another reactor. It looks like really just kind of slowing down the production capabilities of the Terran player right now. Is that another reactor down? Yeah, it's going to burn down, I think. He's going to repair that one. He's like, I need this one to stay alive. I've got to replace the other 2. And they take forever to build. Look how long these take to build. All right, excellent. So Serral getting some damage done after taking some damage, which he needed to do. He needed to slow down TY at some level. The way things were standing at that point in the game, Serral was probably a dead Zerg player. So TY very happily taking his fifth base done here for Serral, replacing the one that died or did get canceled. That was a cancel, yeah, according to the units lost tab, it was. Income favoring Serral here. Resources lost 3,200 to 2,500. TY has lost more. That's never good. You don't want to have a game where you're losing more than your Zerg opponent at 10 minutes. Auto-recommended play. Thor in production. Widowmine's in production. He recognizes the Muta threat is real. It's Ling Bling a Muta here out of the Finnish Zerg player Serral, world champion. I mean, not current world champion, but at one point world champion recently. Turrets getting sniped down. Okay, maybe he didn't kill many SCVs, but TY has to lose mining time. Right? Oh, denying upgrades would be so hot, but no, Thor with the splash damage. Yeah, clump up those Mutalisks, Serral. Clump them right up. We'll hit you with that splash damage. You know how that feels. The Mutas are a little bit trapped. I mean, they're not. No, never mind, there's a Thor there. Yeah, it's either you take some Thor splash or you take some Marine hits. Take your pick here. So he's going to heal up because tissue regeneration is an amazing ability. To where out of combat, the regen rate is nuts on Mutas. So engaging here, no. Engaging here, much better. One siege tank to defend this whole thing. All right. Well, Planetary is down. Mutas managed to escape without losing too many of them, it seems like. So Planetary down. TY does hold off the attack. Man, if he had lost his third base and his fourth base at the same time, I think he would just be done. But he manages to stay alive there. Did he just head off these Mutalisks? He headed off the Mutas. And TY is supply blocked, but at 186 supply. So he decides it's time to push on out. Let's go Hellbats, let's go Marines. The creep spread on this top path is not good for Serral. He's been a little neglectful on that creep spread in this location at least. Anti-armor missile getting tossed down in 2 locations. Lings, Banelings, and Mutas all catching the best of that. Crazy. And this is another hatch down. Serral taking some hits here from TY. TY. Both players, honestly, just boxing each other right now. I know I like to use that analogy, but it's just both players have landed haymakers on each other. There are some games that I cast where it's like, okay, one player was in control from step 1. That's not this, man. Neither player has been really in control in this game. TY expanding on the right side here because he keeps losing the 6 o'clock. That's the second time today that has happened to him. But 2 bases have been killed by TY in the first 12 minutes of the match. This is actually pretty fantastic. Serral's got 92 workers because he's insane. But his bases are oversaturated, right? He doesn't have healthy saturation. He doesn't have the ability to take the gas at these bases, which he really, really wants. He's continuing to make Banelings and get upgrades and make Mutalisks, and all of these things require so much Vespian gas. It's not cheap. Are you trying to rebuild down here, these Zerglings say? The answer is... It's thinking about it. Not anymore, though. Hive gonna finish. Let's see how fast Adrenal Glands get started here for Serral. You ready for it? Hive's gonna complete now. And bam! Adrenal and 3-3 for the Lings. And Ultras if we get there, starting immediately. Okay, if you ever wonder, why don't I win games like Serral does? Are your upgrades instantaneous? Do you start 3-3 on your Lings and Banes as soon as the Hive finishes? Do you? Maybe not? This is good. Man, the Widow Mines are so good. The Widow Mines are so good. I'm telling you, if you're not using Widow Mines versus Zerg in your games, I'm not sure what you're doing with your life. The Banelings, again, don't want to engage with these Thors at all. They also don't want to get hit by Widow Mines, but he just has to go through anyway. And he does manage to clear out this attack pretty handily, it feels like. But guess who's up here at that 1 o'clock base, which has already died once and is going to die again. Look at the target fire on that hatchery. Oh, hold on. Off creep splits. Pretty good. Keeping the hatch alive. Reinforcements came in just at the right time. Okay, this is a good match. This is a really good TVC. Widowmine's getting a couple nice hits to start the ball, and Serral decides not to engage here after all. Does not like what he sees. He planetaried off center here. Well, he didn't have to do that. He had a command center they built off center. They could lift, land, upgrade. What is this? What is this? Does TY just not give an F? That's incredible. Oh, okay, yeah, came back and hatched down. I'm going to say that 1 o'clock surviving for much longer is fairly unlikely, I think. I'm going to give it a fairly unlikely tag. No, Serral's got a Ling Muta attack coming on through here. Alright, well, shoot. This is not looking good. Hang on. Thor getting some repair? Nope. But survives anyway, just through sheer brawniness and amount of HP. TUI's got this ragtag army of Marauders and a bunch of Marines coming up to the 12 o'clock here. Serral doesn't have much. She is producing 14 Banelings to try to deal with this. Seems fairly intelligent to me. The Widowmines. See, it's the secret ingredient into the recipe of Beat Zerg is Widowmines. Like, hey, you can't just A-move Banelings into this. The Widowmines will explode you. You can just send 1 or 2 Lings over because the Marines will clean those up. Takes control, but TY knows what's up at this point. Bam. Banelings out. Out. Just gone. Removed. Is he still... Okay. There was a burrowed Ling here. It got taken care of. There's no one to threaten this, and there's an army to defend it anyway. Ultras are out because obviously they are. If you're getting 3-3 for your melee attack, melee units, you're probably getting Ultralisks. That's just the way it be. The thing about Widowmines is it does ignore armor, and so the damage it does to Ultras is pretty good compared to a lot of other things that can attack those guys. Baneling's getting some decent hits. Alright, alright. Yeah, I like this composition. The Thor Marine Marauder Widowmine Medevac setup is kind of hard for Zerg to crack a little bit here. Especially into a choke. The Marauders are so good against the Ultras. The Marauders can absorb Baneling hits effectively. You'd think Lings would be the answer here, but then there's Widowmines to catch those dudes. Oh, tried to attack up the top side here, TY, but that is not happening at this point. Both players microing on separate sides of the map right now because that is how insane this game is. Finally, enough Banelings come through to clear out most of this Ling reinforcements. Helping with it too. And the Medevacs are the only survivors of this battle. They bring no wounded home with them. Well, guess who's making more stuff all the time? TY is! Dude, focus the hatch. It's like, if the Lings don't want to engage, don't make them engage. Widowmine's getting some hits, some friendly fire there, but Marauders can take more damage than Zerglings can. They can eat a little bit of friendly fire damage from them Widowmines, but this is just too much. But however... that means you brought units from the top side to the south side to try to save it, which means this is fairly wide open. Dude, jump on that hatch. Where are you going? He's really going. Never mind. He's going for the 12 o'clock now. And again, army out of position to deal with this. That's a dead hatch. Full evacuation of drones. It's just too much damage output with Stim on the +3 with the Marines and the Marauders. And bam, down goes the hatchery. This has been a slugfest. An absolute slugfest here today. Hope you're enjoying it. Hit that like button if you're having a good time. Hit that subscribe. I'm here with StarCraft 2 5 times a week. Don't sleep on that. Marauders, Marines, hatch down. That's another hatch killed. What are we at? 4! 4 hatcheries killed and 1 canceled in this game. TUI's doing all right. He lost 2 planetaries himself, but after losing those, this other 6 o'clock base is back. This base is back, or this base is up and still running. Basically even supply right now. Income has been favoring Serral, but not by a lot. Yes, come into my steady targeting and my Widowmine hits. Please, Ultralisks. Yeah, we didn't win the day, but a lot of you guys are bruised right now. That Ultra on the right side is dead. The Ultras on the left side, all of them are in varying states of injured. One's in green, but the rest of them are in orange and red. And target firing is... oh, look at it. Blocking the pathing on the Ultra too. You might be wondering, why isn't the Ultra slowing down? Marauders are hitting them. They have concussive shell. Because it doesn't work against massive units, which Ultralisks are. Reinforcements from Serral, though. just showing up to save the day. And TY kiting to within an inch of his life, but all three of these ultras are dead. Hang on, hang on. He's worried about the Mutalisks. Oh, big hit. Widowmine on the remaining Mutas. Has he just lost all of his Mutalisks? He has 13 somehow. He's lost 23. Where the heck? Oh, I guess these guys got away somehow. Yeah, so these ultras that I said were dead, they're effectively dead. This one has, well, it did have sub 100 health, but Transfuse is pretty good most of the time. Transfusing Ultras is a good target. It's a good target for Transfuse. This is a good game. I mean, this is, shoot. This is one of the better ZVTs I've cast on the channel recently. It's feeling mighty fine. Resources lost. 28,000 for TY and 40,000 for Serral. Remember that time early in the game when TY had lost more resources than Serral had? Those days are over. That's why you have multiple turrets at a base, in case a Mutaflock shows up. Actually, we're just going to evacuate it entirely. We have no army in position to help with this at all. Low ground harass of this base. There's a reason it's got double risk vest being gas. It's because it's hard to hold. Oh my gosh, that hatch gonna die again? Yeah, man. Serral pulling back. He's like, I killed the planetary on the other side. I can maybe let this one go. No, you can't. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Thought about it. Thought about trying to save it. Decided not to throw away a ton of his stuff. Both players maxed out. TY's bank is nothing. Serral's is not super great either, but it's better. Now, let's engage in a position where there are missile turrets to support us. Gonna do a little bit better by way of missile turret action, killing a couple Mutalisks. This base is dead, so TY doesn't care about it. But he does worry about them getting on top of the production. So that's why the army responding to it at this location. That orbital is just toast, and he knows it's toast. Hold on. Oh my gosh. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, dead. All right. Well, burning down. That doesn't count as a dead base, does it? I don't think it does. I mean, as a killed base, it's a dead base. But it doesn't show up on the units lost tab because nobody actually killed it. Are the qualifications to make it on that list? Yeah, man. Steady targeting shows up, and the ultras are like, break the line. They hurt. Ignoring armor. Again, if you're trying to deal with Ultralisks, either hit so big, like with Liberators, that the attack doesn't matter, the armor doesn't matter, or hit with things that ignore armor. Or porque no los dos, yeah? Counterattack by Serral. Pretty intense here. It's a largely Marine army. I don't like this for TY right now. Okay, partly because it's 170 to 100 supply in favor of Serral. That's bad. But additionally, it's mostly Marines against Ultras. Not good. There's a lot of stuff that Terran has in their arsenal to deal with Ultralisks. Marines are not one of those things. Again, if you have 100 of them, they'll kill an Ultra. Yes, but not enough. GG Serral. Comes out on top here in about 24 minutes. TY taps out. And yeah, it was just too many bases killed. Too many SCVs destroyed. 75 SCVs killed. 3 planetaries, 2 orbital commands down. And yeah, TY did a ton of damage on the other side. 5 hatcheries killed, but only 22 drones. Again, compared to 75 SCVs down. And that's going to be the reason the income advantage looks like this at the end of the game. It's just the sheer number of SCV deaths. So, better job taking care of your SCVs might have helped there for sure. 50,000 resources lost for Serral, 42,000 for TY. And Serral can afford that kind of a discrepancy in units lost because he had so much more stuff. He ended the game with 74 workers, for heaven's sakes. 74 to 17. He had something of a bank. He did lose 27 Mutalisks, but he had 13 at the end of the game, so he didn't lose his entire Mutaflock. And then going into Ultras, obviously TY did the right thing by going for Ghosts with steady targeting, by going for Marauders, by going for Liberators. But that was it. It didn't have enough of those things. It didn't have enough to rebuild stuff when it died. It's generally how that works. All right. Incredible, incredible stuff. So great game there from Serral. Nice job by TY. Again, the damage done to Serral is not the damage you see done to Serral very often, but it was not enough. And that's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and an Elite ZVT. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.